Hello, guys, welcome to Global Happenings. Today we have a trending news here for you. And the headline of the news reads Governor Umahi finally reacts, order the shooting aside of anyone trying to kill Ebonyians in and outside the state. But before we continue with details of the news and further analysis, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish videos on YouTube. All right, let's look at the news in detail. Ebonyi State Governor Chief David Umahi has directed the security chiefs in the state to shoot aside anyone who tries to kill any Ebonyian within and outside Ebonyi communities. Umahi made this known while addressing the state security chiefs during an enlarged security meeting at the government house at Abakaliki. The governor gave the directive in a 13-point communique signed by the secretary to Ebonyi State Government, Mr. Kenneth Ugbala. Recall that two communities in the state, Ohaku and Amana, has for over 50 years engaged in communal clashes over ownership of a lucrative mining site in the area. The communal clashes has over the years resulted in loss of many lives and properties worth millions of naira. The two communities have continued to contest who should benefit or be compensated by investors currently mining the site. It was gathered that youths of the two communities recently engaged in a shootout and prevented security agencies from gaining access to the location. Following the recent clash by youths of both communities, Governor Umahi called for a peace meeting where resolutions were reached and a communique passed. The communique reads, and I quote, "The 150 youths drawn from equal local government area is South LGA and Abakaliki LGA are hereby deployed under a joint security task force of the police, the civil defense, and any other security forces as may want to incorporate in the joint security task force. The government has directed the security agencies to shoot aside and possibly shoot to kill anyone who tries to kill any Ebonyian within and outside this location. Government warned that she will not fold her hands and see any Ebonyian killed in the part or in any part of the state or even outside the state. Ebonyi State Government thanking the security agencies for their massive deployment to this troubled location and we wish to assure the good people of Ohaku and Amana to go about their normal businesses in a very peaceful and enterprising form as their lives and properties are fully secured by the government under the leadership of Governor David Umahi. The governor also revoked all licensing belonging to all miners operating at Ohaku and Amana community of Ikwo and Eza South local government area of Ebonyi State. The revocation of license following the lingering crisis between Ohaku and Amana communities, which has resulted in the loss of life and destruction of properties worth millions of naira. He said, and I quote, all mining sites in Ohaku and Amana communities are stopped with immediate effect, that all licenses for mining in the affected communities are hereby revoked. The right and license of the miners are revoked immediately as the license holders are fingered to be part of the instigators of the crisis. By the law of the state, the two mining sites in Ohaku and Amana between the stream are hereby revoked and taken over by Ebonyi State Government in accordance with peace law. Government directs that no one is allowed to enter the said land either for agriculture, mining, or for any other purpose. Umahi, however, inaugurated a committee headed by the chairman of CAN, Ebonyi State Chapter, Reverend Father Abraham Nwali, to negotiate a peace settlement between the two communities within 30 days.
The committee will include both council chairmen of Eza South and Equal LGA, the youth leaders of Ohaku and Amana, and the committee has 30 days to give the state government the true ownership of the land before government took over the ownership. The peace committee shall interview the leaders of Equal LGA, leaders of Easy South local government, and specifically leaders of Amman and Ohaku elders. Both communities shall submit documents that justify their claims before the acquisition was done by government. Government warns that all miners who caused this trouble must be arrested within 7 days and arraigned in court by the Attorney General of the state in accordance with the laws of the state for breach of public peace, he stated.
All right, thank you very much. And this has to do with the Ebony State people. But you know, the amazing aspect of this is the fact that such strict instructions
is coming from David Umahi himself.
Umahi
it's
himself.
Amazing.
But
it's
unfortunately,
amazing.
it's not also coming against the Fulani haters, you know, because I was expecting that most stronger, you know, instructions like this will be given to security chiefs, going to the fact that these guys have really affected the lives of Ebonyians negatively.
You know, you start from somewhere. You know, sometimes, you know, this politics, you play it with gentility. Don't forget that this issue of presidency 2023, Governor David Umahi also have eyes for it. So it doesn't make any sense playing against your card right now. If you begin to fish out the Fulani herdsmen in your state, you're invariably saying the presidency, who you're already having a good rapport with, should delist you and blacklist you for presidency candidacy 2023. So I feel he's trying to tell his people, that's the Ebonyians generally, that look, forget all these stunts. You know, I still want peace for you. I know, and what he's doing himself is nice. If you ask me, this for the first time, I must commend him. You know, letting foreign investors, whoever they are, know that look, no matter what you're doing in my state, Ebonians are important. Mm-hmm. And this is the thing that we don't have in Nigeria. Nigerians, that the lives of Nigerians don't count for anything. And that's why foreigners can come into the country and do anyhow. At the end of the day, they will arrest the locals. They will arrest Nigerians that live in foreigners over a crime that should have been the other way around. But now he went as far as revoking the license of the miners to show you that, look, much as I want development in the state, my people are paramount. Yeah. Now that's a sign. If you ask me, for those in the cabal, that's a sign that are you sure these guys are not playing us politics? For if he can be this strict to economic developers, I'm talking about those miners who are surely going to bring some sort of economic growth in the state, but yet he's saying revoke their license, let's find out the root of the problem. And he's even willing to arrest those instigating the issues. Mm-hmm. And even went further to say, look, every life of anyone who caused any life of Ebonians, both in and outside the Ebonyi state, we'll have him to contend with. And that's a strong statement, you know. That's a very strong statement. Who knows? Maybe this whole issue of Southeast, maybe they're just watching the terrain, you know. But it's a good one if you ask me. Either which way, it's a good one. Let's see if he generally wakes up to other things.
Okay, thank you very much. And I think also that right now, based on a lot of things that have happened in Nigeria, the Southeasterners are also realizing the importance of maintaining good relationship with their people. Yeah, because fairly recently I heard him talking to Osin Banjo and telling him that they are also up and running when it comes to their security outfit. You know, the South side are also trying to do their own. And also the Southeast, they are doing everything within their power to also see how they can protect the lives and property of their own people using all those strategy. Communal clashes has always been something very regular, but the truth, just like they had said, most of those, whatever we are seeing right now that is happening in Ebonyi State must have been instigated by some certain person who are not even indigenous of Ebonyi State. But you know what they do? They fuel this side and fuel this side so that during the period of the clash, they may possibly not spend too much money, and like the royalties will not be, you know, fully paid to the people who are, you know, who are meant to receive it and all of that.
Don't forget that generally, Nigerians, Southeasterners have been reacting, Biafrans generally have been reacting. Don't think that these guys don't see the internet. Mm-hmm. They see how Nigerians, generally the Igbo speaking, as the Southeasterners have been calling him out severally. You know, they keep telling him. There's one particular one that I read that blew my mind. He said, "Look, that David Umahi looks like a bat. You don't know whether to call him an animal or a bird. He's neither a bird nor an animal. So he should remember that if he continues like this, he's neither a Biafran nor a Fulani person, as in a Hausa man, Northerner, which means by the time Biafra probably maybe actualized, he will not be found there, and the Hausas will also not take him as a brother. So, all these things matter. While you're playing politics, you just remember, look, it's 4 years. And also, he needs to start, retrogressing. He needs to start counting his steps. He needs to start letting the people know, look, whatever I'm doing is just playing politics. You guys are still important to us. But then, you need to, whatever you're doing, you need to, play smart, over it. Don't do, before now, there's always a case of, if I see IPOB member there's nothing like IPOB in Enugu and all that, in Ebonyi and all that. But after a while, I've noticed that he doesn't come out again and begin to do all those over zealousness, we bit by bit, because it's beginning to clear them. If the likes of Adams Oshomole can be removed as a party chair, who is he really?
Exactly.
If the likes of Amechi, his ally, can be removed without even consulting Amechi. So who is Dave Umahi? When did he start politics? Who is the likes of Tinubu, who gave his whole full support and energy to 2019 presidential candidacy for the presidency, and yet he has been fully sidelined. All his personal persons he put in position of power have been removed, and Northerners have been placed in there. So who is he, David Umahi? So sometimes the best people to really rally around are your people. And they will always be the one to say, no, you can't arrest him, or no, you can't do this. So if you work against the people, and the people you are working for don't even regard you, then honestly, you're like the bats, like this guy has rightly said.
All right, thank you very much. That's where we're going to leave it. Go to our comment section. Let us interact. What's your position